Greetings to all the viewers. Now, the session is going to be conducted on five-membered heterocyclic compound called pyrrole. Pyrrole, alternatively called as azole, where nitrogen taken as a heteroatom and which is resided in the five-membered ring structure, and it is a kind of aromatic compound. The session is powered by artificial intelligence, AI-powered session it will be. And if you observe this pyrrole molecule, it is the 3D representation, three-dimensional molecular representation is provided. All white lobes indicated for hydrogens and blue color lobe for nitrogen atom, and all black color lobes pertaining to carbon atoms, right? So here is the five-member ring system with the nitrogen as a heteroatom and two double bonds alternatively arranged within the molecule, and it is of five-membered heterocyclic ring system. And Lewis representation is provided with the dotted bond dots upon the nitrogen indicates a lone pair of electrons resided by the nitrogen, and all pink lobes indicate hydrogen atoms over this carbons as well as nitrogen atom. And the very next position to the nitrogen, these two carbons are regarded as alpha position, and just away from this nitrogen and the remaining two carbon atoms are designated as beta positions. This is regarding a brief info about this molecule called pyrrole. Let's enter into our today's session. Pyrrole is an aromatic in nature. It is the kind of aromatic compound. In order to satisfy the aromaticity, there are certain rules over there. One, Huckel rule should be satisfied 4 and plus 2 pi electron system to be pertained within the molecule, and the molecule must be flat in nature. That should contain a plane surface, and moreover, all the atoms pertaining to that ring structure must be sp2 hybridized. If the molecule satisfying such kind of rules, the molecule is said to be aromatic in nature. Pyrrole is the part of that aromatic compound, and it is of five-membered heterocyclic ring system. If you count the number of atoms over there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one of the heteroatom is nitrogen, and remaining all four are said to be carbon atoms. Each and every atom in the cyclic system are surrounded by hydrogen atom, right? So this is the way five-membered heterocyclic of pyrrole is mentioned. And there are four carbon atoms and one nitrogen atom resided within this five-member ring system. It is an important organic compound. Pyrrole is a very essential compound in the field of heterocyclics and moreover organic chemistry as well. And the extensive study regarding this pyrrole molecule was conducted, and it is more potent compound in the field of biology, and also in the synthetic molecules, natural compounds as well. Pharmacophore, it is the potent pharmacophore as well. So that the chemistry regarding this pyrrole is most important in nature in the field of synthetic organic chemistry research perspective and in the context of heterocyclic compounds. Here is a description. How can we number this heterocyclic compound? Any heterocyclic compound if provided to you, always we have to start the numbering from the heteroatom. If we take this five-membered heterocyclic ring, nitrogen is accorded with the number 1, and subsequently carbon with the 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the way numbering is allocated. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, there is a kind of alpha, alpha prime, beta, beta prime numbering is also provided for this pyrrole. And there are certain there are other kind of pyrrole derivatives, we can say. These are the kind of hydrogenated molecules. Here is the pyrrole with the certain extent. One of the hydrogen is added, so we will get 2H pyrrolinine. This is the partially reduced form of pyrrolidine. Sorry, pyrrole. And that if the molecule is having only one pi bond among the third and fourth position, del 3, pyrroline is the name for the compound. And if totally saturated, no pi bonds are existing within the molecule, that is regarded as a pyrrolidine. Partially saturated pyrrole is called pyrroline. Completely saturated one is called pyrrolidine. And only one extent, that means one hydrogen if extra, that is called pyrrolinine. This is the way the names will be varied for the pyrrole molecule. Either the numbering will be mentioned with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numerals, or else alpha, beta numbering is also provided for this molecule. And just now we said that biologically the molecule is most important, pyrrole pertaining to the biological strata over there. So if we observe hemoglobin, hemoglobin is the pigment which available in the red blood cells of living organisms. Most of the living organisms are having RBC cells. So blood cells are composed of RBC, WBC, white blood cells will be present, red blood cells will be present, and some other kind of materials also present in the composition of the blood. But most of the maximum extent composition of the blood is given by this hemoglobin pertaining to red blood cells only. And these RBC cells are very important for the oxygen transportation in the entire body, because it is the kind of iron containing pigment. This iron having affinity to bind up with oxygen, whichever we are inhaling through the respiration process, and that oxygenated blood is circulated all over the organs, all over the cells whichever present in the living organisms, so that oxygen transportation, exchange of gases are possible within the living organism. So that hemoglobin. So in this hemoglobin, if you observe carefully, you can find that pyrroline constitution within the molecule, and this entire skeleton, whatever present, is called perforin ring. Perforin ring is nothing but polymer. It is a polymeric form of the spiral molecule. These spiral molecules are arranged in such a manner, entire pi bonds are in conjugation, and side chains also available. This skeleton, whatever present within this natural material, is called perforin ring. This perforin ring coordinative covalent bonded with this iron metal, so that this iron is able to impart the blood red color, right? So this is the kind of pigment which ever present within the blood, which able to capture the oxygen inhaled by the respiration, and circulation the entire organisms are possible because of this peripheral ring containing iron only, heme, right? Heme is the kind of protein, right? This is one kind of biologically active compound available pertaining to this pyrrole ring. And another pyrrole containing constituent will be, again you can find peripheral ring, but instead of iron, if you place this magnesium dipositive, Mg plus 2 is placed over there. This magnesium, whenever present in this peripheral ring system, or the entire skeleton able to impart the green color. Again, it is the kind of pigment, it able to impart the green color, and that is the responsible material in our chlorophyll. The everybody aware about the function of chlorophyll in plants, especially in the leaves. They're able to capture the sunlight and also water, carbon dioxide, and proceed with the natural process called photosynthesis, able to synthesize the natural nutrients called carbohydrates by the process of photosynthesis. In order to capture that sunlight, the essential photosensitizer will be this chlorophyll, where you can find this peripheral ring system covalently bounded with this magnesium dipositive ion, right? So these are most potent naturally occurring pyrrole containing compounds in the nature. Let me go with other applications pertaining to this pyrrole. Pyrrole core structure is available in these compounds. They are also having potential applications, especially in the field of pharmacology, right? So here, if you observe the skeleton of the molecule, there is the indole kind of nucleus is there, and here is the pyrrole, whatever mentioned with the red color indication, because this is the focused area for the session. This is the pyrrole, and here is the amide, and here is the tertiary amine. You can notice indole and pyrrole nucleus together existing in the molecule called sunitinib. So sunitinib is the drug where the activity against the tumor cells. Tumor cells are malignant in nature. If malignant in nature, they are causing cancer in the living organisms. That is a kind of chronic disease. In order to eradicate that kind of cancer tumors, so the kind of drug whichever available in the market called sunitinib. Sunitinib is the drug work against the cancer, right? And another Medicinally applied molecule marketed drug related with this pyrrole will be keteroloc. So, right, keteroloc is the drug which work against the inflammations. Inflammations are caused by any kind of injury, any kind of friction generated in between the bones, or else any contraction of the muscles that used to increase the pain, and that injury causes the reddish, and also swelling of that part is possible, and severe pain is also the consequence of that. The entire symptoms pertaining to inflammations, right? So that inflammation conditions can be better relieved by the drug called a ketorolac. This ketorolac is composed by this core moiety as pyrrole only, right? So again, we entered into another medicinally important compound called Ondansetron. Sorry, let me repeat. Ondansetron. This ondansetron is anti-emetic agent. So this anti-emetic property will be there. This anti-emetic drug will be there. Actually, here you can notice indole moiety. This indole moiety is having medicinal property against this emetic conditions. So this is the kind of another pyrrole pertaining drug. Let me go with another one where you can notice this pyrrole. It is in conjunction with another heterocyclic compounds with the six-member ring system. Six-member ring system with three nitrogens within the core structure, and also another benzene ring is there. Here you can notice the saturated furan ring, and here phosphate moiety is also available. Here you can observe nitrile, and here is the amine, here is the hydroxyl, and this is called ester, and here you can observe a branched alkyl chain. So entire structural complexity is provided with the pyrrole at its core, and remdesivir is the name of this compound. Remdesivir is the drug which is potent against the virus, so that it is the better antiviral agent. So these are the marketed drugs which are available, and they are constituted by this pyrrole at its core. Let me go with the structure of this pyrrole. Molecular formula for this pyrrole will be 4 carbons resided and 5 hydrogens present within the molecule. One heteroatom is the nitrogen, so that C4H5N is the molecular formula. Aromaticity. The most important characteristic property for most of the heterocyclic compounds, because of this aromaticity only, certain kind of chemical reactions are feasible by these molecules. Aromaticity of the pyrrole is due to obeying this Huckel rule. Huckel rule is nothing but 6 pi electron system will be there within the 5-member ring structure, and all four carbon atoms and nitrogen atom within the molecule able to delocalize the pi electron system. So 6 pi electrons are available within the pyrrole skeleton, and that kind of 5-member ring system with the 6 pi electrons are able to delocalize and are having obeying Huckel rule, that is 4n plus 2 pi electron system will be obeyed by this molecule. And if you observe, all 6 pi electrons are delocalized in such a manner, they able to generate charge separation. Positive charge resided on the nitrogen due to release of electrons into the ring system. The lone pair of electrons and the nitrogen are also the part of this 6 pi electron system, so that it is the kind of aromatic in nature. So aromaticity is given by the inclusion of lone pair of electrons and the nitrogen within the ring system, right? Pyrrole with C4H9N, a molecular formula is provided, and this is the kind of aromatic compound with all atoms in the ring are sp2 hybridized. The entire molecule is planar in nature because of sp2 hybridization, and 4n plus 2 pi electron system completely obeyed. Huckel rule is obeyed by the molecule. 6 pi electrons and all are in conjugation in nature. This is the way aromaticity is satisfied. Let me go with the detailed discussion regarding aromaticity. Pyrrole is usually does not Pyrrole usually does not explain the simple addition reactions. So due to the existence of double bonds, it may go through the addition reactions, but because of aromaticity, conventional addition reactions may not be feasible by this molecule. That is because of stability imparted by the aromatic character, right? All pi electrons whichever indicated like this are not stable. They are not static in nature, rather they are delocalized the entire molecule. And the nitrogen lone pair also the part of this kind of conjugation, so that always electrons are in mobility, and that delocalization giving rise to resonance contributions to the molecule. Some extent the pi electrons will resided among the carbon atoms with the conjugation like this. And another possibility, the electrons will be moving in such a manner they are able to generate in number of, sorry, not in number, these many number of resonance structures, so that contribution for resonance structures are possible, giving rise to exceptional stability to the molecule, and restriction towards these addition reaction. Just like alkenes are more prone towards the addition, but pyrrole, though there are double bond, they are not related with the addition reaction, rather they can proceeded with the electrophilic substitution reactions, right? If you observe this five-member heterocyclic ring system, here is the nitrogen atom with the lone pair of electrons over there, and these lone pair of electrons are resided in the p orbital. You can clearly observe, and each carbon atom is also contributing electron for the pi bond formation, so that they able to generate the pi electron cloud above and below of the plane in this manner. And this nitrogen is also binded with the hydrogen atom. So this is about the orbital representation for this pyrrole molecule in order to generate the pi bonds, in order to generate this pi electron cloud, right? So this is regarding the aromaticity. Let's go with the another segment called synthetic strategy for the synthesis of pyrrole. Several methods are applied in order to synthesize the pyrrole. Here is the synthesis called Palmer pyrrole synthesis. Palmer pyrrole synthesis is the most important way for the synthesis of pyrrole. In order to synthesize this pyrrole molecule, the starting material might be diacetyl acetone. Uh, Here acetyl acetone was taken. So this is called acetyl and this is called acetone. So acetyl acetone is the molecule. Simply we can say 1,4-diketone. This 1,4-diketone is subjected with a reaction with the ammonia molecule. Either it may taken in the form of ammonium sulfate, or else direct ammonia can be taken for the condensation reaction. Whenever both the molecules are supposed to be condensed, there is a formation of dimethyl pyrrole as the final product. So here diketone is the starting material, can be condensed with ammonia and giving rise to pyrrole as the target molecule. In order to explain the reaction mechanism, let me go with diketone was taken initially, where carbonylic linkage will be there, that is super reactive towards this ammonia, and ammonia having natural nucleophilicity due to the lone pair of electrons. These lone pair of electrons contributed for the bond formation with the carbon atom. Nitrogen to carbon bond formation is possible. Simultaneous delocalization of electrons towards the oxygen atom, where O minus will be originated. This O minus having strong tendency to pull the H positive from the ammonia, so that simultaneous shifting of hydrogen towards oxygen and a new carbon nitrogen bonding is observed. Here you can observe nitrogen to carbon bond, and where carbonyl group is converted into hydroxyl by pulling up this H positive from the ammonia. So OH will be originated. Later on, let me remove water by suitable bond formation over there. Here bonded electrons in NH2, one of the hydrogen able to contribute its bonded electrons towards the pi bond formation and leaving H positive. Whenever H positive is taken out, so that subsequent removal of hydroxide along with the bond pair electrons will be removed as a OH minus. OH minus bind up with the H positive, giving rise to water. This is called a dehydration. Removal of water is called dehydration. Whenever water removed out, so there is a origination of imine. Double bonded nitrogen is called imine. This imine intermediate will be generated again. It will proceed for another rearrangement. Let me take out this is a kind of ketoenol tautomerism in general, so that 1,3 hydrogen shift is possible. 1 2 3, from this first position to third position, hydrogen will be shifted. That is called a tautomerism. And here is the bond pair electrons are moving over, and hydrogen will be shifted towards nitrogen, and pi electrons delocalized, moving towards the nitrogen atom, so that olefinic double bond originated between the two carbon atoms, and this imine now turned into amine, that is in H2. Again, in H2 is more active towards this cyclization with this carbonyl linkage, and nitrogen nucleophilicity operated over here. Nitrogen lone pair will bind up with this carbon atom, so that nitrogen to carbon bonding is possible, and subsequent pi electron delocalized towards oxygen atom, so that O minus will be originated. This O minus will pull up this H positive in the same manner how ammonia reacted with first carbonyl, and the second carbonyl also reacted with this amine, right? So that hydrogen taken by the oxygen giving rise to OH called hydroxide. There is a bonding between carbon to nitrogen. You can observe carbon to nitrogen bonding is there, and nitrogen already accompanied by one of the hydrogen, that is indicated over here. After getting this kind of hydroxide at the position number 2, and here is the nitrogen, so that again there is a synchronized functional groups in order to remove the water. So subsequently we need to remove H positive, leaving bonded electrons for the pi bond formation. And these bonded electrons can be detached from this ring system along with the OH in the form of hydroxide. Hydroxide will pull up this H positive, and ultimately there is a formation of water called dehydration again. And there is the origination of double bond among the carbon and carbon atom. This is the way already existing two methyl remains unaffected, and at second and fifth positions are located with the methyl, and second and third positions are located with the double bonds, and first position is accompanied by the nitrogen hetero atom. This is the way entire mechanism for this diketone reaction with ammonia giving rise to pyrrole is mentioned in the stepwise manner, and this is regarded as a Paul-Knorr synthesis where diketone condensed with ammonia. This is called condensation because when we are combining these two, a small molecule like water will be removed, so that condensation reaction it will be, right? So giving rise to pyrrole as the final product. Later on, let me go with another named reaction called Hans pyrrole synthesis. Hans pyrrole synthesis is operated whenever beta ketoester is in condensation with the ammonia in the presence of aldehyde or ketone, right? So here three components are required in order to synthesize this pyrrole derivative. One might be a ketoester, that is beta ketoester, another obviously ammonia in order to contribute the heteroatom, and another will be either aldehyde or ketone can be taken, right? Let me give the generalized equation here. Beta ketoester is provided. Here is the ketone. With respect to functional group, the adjacent position is called alpha, and next is designated as the beta position. At this beta, here is the ketonic functional group. This is called beta ketoester. Either aldehyde or ketone will be taken. I'm taking ketonic functional group for as the second component. And obviously ammonia will contribute the heteroatom, so that ammonia is another reacting species. So the three components are together taken in the reaction vessel and proceeded for the reaction. Whenever these three are reacted together, there is a formation of a new heterocyclic compound called a pyrrole. And whatever substance located on these starting materials, there remains as such. At the position number 2, R2 alkyl group will be there, and R3 alkyl group is inclined at the position 3. And position 4 is indicated with the ester functional group, and R1 alkyl group is indicated at the position number 5. This is the way the pyrrole which is substituted can be generated, can be synthesized starting from beta ketoester and a carbonyl compound condensed with ammonia. In order to mention it's a chemical reaction, specific chemical reaction, I'm taking beta ketoester again. And here is the compound. Instead of this halo, let me position with the chloro, and instead of R2R3, let me take methyl like this, right? So here is the compound. Some specificity we mentioned over here: CH3 C double bond was CH2 Cl. It is called as what uh 3-chloropropanone. This is called 3-chloropropanone, and it is beta ketoester. And again, condensation with ammonia is required over there. Whenever these three components are mixing together, finally, you can receive a substituted pyrrole as the final product. So this is called as Hans pyrrole synthesis. Let me mention it's a detailed mechanism, right? So wherever beta keto ester starting material is there, again you can find a carbonyl functional group. Carbonyl group is having electrophilic carbon because deficit is experienced by the carbon because of electronegative nature of the oxygen, so that nitrogen, being it is more electron rich in nature due to lone pair of electrons, so that it is a Lewis base able to release the electrons to this carbon atom, and subsequently pi bond is delocalized towards the oxygen. Whenever this kind of bond delocalization and carbon nitrogen bonding, you can clearly observe. Subsequently, proton will be taken by the oxygen, giving rise to hydroxyl, right? So whenever hydroxyl and ammonia generated, this is called aminohydrin. The compound whichever generated, ammonia added to carbonyl group, the compound generated is called aminohydrin. This aminohydrin will further proceeded for the reaction, how the reaction will be carried. This will go for the dehydration. So here a hydroxyl group will be removed. Whenever hydroxyl group is removed, there is a subsequent H positive removal and giving rise to olefinic double bond. You can observe this is the olefinic double bond, and NH2 remains as such. So that is dehydration again. Whenever water removed, whatever olefin generated will further proceed for the reaction towards a carbonyl compound. Alpha haloketone was taken. This is called alpha haloketone. The alpha haloketone having the halide, that is a better leaving group, and that halide taken up the bonded electrons with that halo atom itself, and whatever pi electrons are present within the starting material, these pi electrons will bind with this carbon atom, so that new carbon-carbon bond will be originated. This is the new bond generated between the carbon and carbon by the removal of this hydroxide. Whenever this pi bond is moving to form a new sigma bond, subsequently the pi electrons lone pair electrons existing on the nitrogen will move to generate the pi bond. Whenever pi bond is generated, the imine will be originated. That imine able to remove the H positive along with this halide, so that minus of HX we can depart. That is the byproduct. The HX will be departed. Later on, you can observe the imine. This imine having natural tendency to go for the addition reaction with the carbonyl in either carbonylic center. Whenever this nitrogen is binding with the carbonylic carbon atom, again there is a origination of 5-member ring system. When these pi electrons are moving for the sigma bond formation, H positive will be removed from the suitable position with respect to this iminium carbon. The next alpha position will be taken out with the H positive, and there is a origination of new pi bond in order to satisfy the valency of the carbon atom. So this is the way there is a existence of 5-member ring system. Up to now, 5-member ring system will be built up. After getting this one, lone pair of electrons again moving towards the pi bond formation and subsequent hydroxyl functional group removal. How the hydroxyl will be generated? Whenever we are moving these pi electrons toward this side, subsequently this carbonyl oxygen will take out this pi electron, so that here hydroxyl will be originated initially, right? Now, what we are doing, hydroxide will be removed as OH minus. Whenever hydroxide removed, these lone pair of electrons will be operated to form this double bond. When double bond is generated, loss of electrons indicated with the positive so that nitronium will be generated. This nitronium again not satisfied, right? So four bonds are not favorable for the nitrogen being it is trivalent in nature. Let me pull up this H positive from the adjacent position. Whenever H positive will be removed out, the sigma electrons will contributed for the pi bond formation, and this pi bond whatever disturbing the nitrogen trivalency will taken out by the nitrogen atoms in order to retain the lone pair of electrons, so that two double bonds will be originated within the ring system, and nitrogen itself it is located with the lone pair of electrons so that aromaticity will be retained. This is somewhat complex mechanism for this hands pyrrole synthesis. Initially, carbonyl beta ketoester will be treated with amine so that there is a formation of uh, there is a formation of aminohydrin. This is called aminohydrin. Addition product will be originated. This is called addition product. Later on, let me remove water so that there is a formation of olefinic double bond at sulfur position. This will go for the carbon-carbon bond formation, and cyclization subsequently generate the five-member ring system. Later on, let me remove the water from the adjacent positions of second and third and giving rise to a pi bond so that conjugation will be generated. So this is regarding the Hans pyrrole synthesis mechanism. Let me go with another method of synthesis of pyrrole. A succinamide will be taken. So, right, succinamide will be taken as a starting material. In order to synthesize the pyrrole, the reagent required will be as metallic zinc. Whenever metallic zinc will be blended with the succinamide is the kind of dicarboxylic acid condensed with ammonia, giving rise to a cyclic lactam, so that succinamide can be heated with a zinc metal, giving rise to pyrrole, because it is a reducing agent. Zinc is the metal reducing agent, so that the oxygens taken out by the zinc, so the zinc oxide will be a byproduct, and within the molecule pyrrole system will be generated. So this is the way succinamide will be transformed into pyrrole by reacting with metallic zinc and heating to higher temperature. Later on, let me go for the polymerization kind of reaction. It is the kind of cyclization whenever 2 moles of acetylene condensed with 1 mole of ammonia, 2:1 ratio acetylene ammonia will be blended up, and there is a kind of cyclization reaction carried. So this cyclization reaction is a kind of a polymerization. It is the kind of not exactly kind of a long chain polymers generated, rather it is the kind of dimerization. We can say 2 moles of acetylene will be treated with the ammonia molecule, and all three can be passed through the red hot copper tube so that they got polymerized in such a manner, and this pi bond is used to shift in between the carbon and carbon, giving rise to new carbon-carbon bond, and here is the nitrogen able to generate the bond with the carbon, and another pi bond between the carbon will form a new bond with the carbon and nitrogen. This is the way five-member ring system will be originated whenever 2 moles of acetylene reacted with gaseous ammonia and passed through the red hot copper tube, that giving rise to a kind of cyclic molecule called pyrrole. And now let me transform heterocyclic into another heterocyclic. This is the molecule called furan, where oxygen heteroatom is there. That can be transformed into pyrrole with the nitrogen heteroatom. In order to transform furan into pyrrole, furan can be treated with the ammonia molecule in the presence of alumina. Al2O3 is called aluminium trioxide, which is called alumina, and the temperature to be maintained 400 degrees centigrade. Elevated temperature is required in order to perform this kind of substitution reaction. Oxygen substituted with nitrogen so that pyrrole will be originated. In addition, water will be the byproduct. So the reaction can be facilitated at 400 degrees centigrade, and the catalyst applied will be alumina Al2O3. By this, we concluded the synthetic routes, synthetic methodologies for the pyrrole synthesis. Let's move on to another segment called properties. Physical properties of pyrrole appearance. It is a kind of liquid. Pyrrole is the five-member ring system with four carbon atoms and one nitrogen within the ring system, so that it is the colorless pale yellow liquid. It is a kind of liquid compound, and odor will be the characteristic, somewhat unpleasant odor will be there, right? So, unpleasant odor containing liquid it will be. Boils at the temperature of 130 degrees centigrade. So that conveniently at the room temperature, it will be liquid only, non-volatile itself, because 130 degrees temperature boiling point will be there. And being it is the organic compound, most preferable to dissolve in organic solvents like ether, acetone, acetonitrile, benzene, toluene, kind of non-polar organic solvents, it will conveniently dissolved. Let me go with the resonance energy. Resonance is nothing but delocalization of pi electrons. Whenever pyrrole was taken, there is the existence of pi electrons which are in the conjugation. The pi electrons will not be a static one. They are not stable. Rather, they are moving here and there always, right? So the lone pair of electrons and the nitrogen also taken part of this delocalization, so that the reaction will be initiated with these lone pair of electrons only, and lone pairs will form a pi bond in between the carbon and nitrogen, so that existing pi bond will move up. Whenever this pi bond is moving, there is a new origination of carbon nitrogen double bond, loss of electrons, nitrogen indicated with the positive, and this carbon is gaining electrons, so that negative electron density more indicated with the negative sign. And this electron density will form a pi bond among these two carbon atoms, and subsequent pi bond will be delocalized towards the carbon, so that new pi bond existing between these two carbon atoms, and existing pi bond is converted into a negative charge. And again, let me move the negative charge in between the nitrogen and carbon, and this pi bond is moving there, so that new pi bond is existing in between the nitrogen and carbon, and this carbon is experiencing high electron density. Again, let me move up, delocalize the electrons once again, so that this pi bond, this negative charge able to generate a pi bond over here, and this pi bond is given to the carbon and attain the carbene ion. This is the way always electrons are roaming here and there, so that it is not possible to locate in the exact position. Rather, we can mention it with the ring. This ring indicates what electrons are moving always in this manner, here to there to here, which are indicated with these arrows. Simply, it is represented with the resonance hybrid, which is a circle. So all six electrons are moving. They are equally contributed towards nitrogen, carbon, 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 and carbon atom. This is the way resonance hybrid is indicated due to the consequence of these many resonance structures. It is clearly mentioned with a flat molecular representation where all the carbons and nitrogens are resided on the same plane, and whatever p orbitals, unhybridized p orbital, each carbon and nitrogen are accompanied by the unhybridized p orbitals. Each carbon is accompanied by one electron in that, and but nitrogen is having two electrons in its p orbital. These are unhybridized. Unhybridized p orbitals always responsible for the pi bond formation. They are laterally overlapped, giving rise to pi bond above and below of the plane. So that pi cloud is resided above and below of the plane. This is the way resonance structures and resonance hybrid is mentioned for the pyrrole. So that pyrrole contributed with the, where it is 21 kilocalories per mole of resonance energy. Because of this kind of resonance formation, the localization of electrons, that able to generate 21 kilocalories of resonance energy. Resonance energies of benzene is given with 36 kilocalories, pyrrole is 21, thiophene is 29, furan is 16 kilocalories per mole. If you want to mention in kilojoules per mole, benzene is given with 152, pyrrole is 88, thiophene is 121, furan is 67 kilojoules per mole. Kilocalories representation is most common in comparison to kilojoules. Whatever you want, you can consider. Ultimately the molecule will be flat in nature, being it is aromatic in nature, and sp2 hybridized planarity is the essentiality for aromaticity. This is the way resonance energy is mentioned for the heterocyclic called pyrrole. Let me go with the chemical properties aromaticity. Obviously, pyrrole is aromatic in nature because of multiple reasons. The first reason for aromaticity will be existence of 6 pi electron system, and all 6 pi electrons are in conjugation and they are feasible for the delocalization. Resonance is the compulsory criteria for the aromaticity, and all the carbons and nitrogen exhibiting sp2 hybridization all are laying in the same plane, so that planarity will be attained by the molecule, and they restrict the addition, rather they will proceed for the substitution reaction. These are the characteristic reactions for aromaticity. All are conveniently fulfilled by the heterocyclics like pyrrole, furan, and thiophene molecules. Let me show the resonance structures. Various resonance structures are possible whenever we are delocalizing the pi electron. So that resonance hybrid will be originated. That is clearly mentioned. And this is the reason why it is aromatic in nature. And let me compare the aromaticity among all 5-membered heterocyclic compounds, pyrrole, furan, and thiophene. If you observe the electronegativity values, oxygen electronegativity will be 3.44. It is measured on the Pauling scale. Nitrogen aromaticity will be, electronegativity will be 3.04. Sulfur will be least electronegative among three, and that is 2.58. In the same, uh, pathway, the aromaticity value is also laying. That is because aromaticity purely depends upon what nature electron liberating nature in this 5-member ring system, because only two pi electron systems are there. Olefinic double bonds are only two. Another six, in order to satisfy the 6 pi electron system, 2 electrons more needed by this ring system. In order to attain that 6 pi electron system, 2 electrons contributed by the heteroatom. Here the heteroatom is oxygen for furan, nitrogen for pyrrole, sulfur for the thiophene. Whenever the lone pair electrons are contributed for the delocalization, and that consequence the aromaticity for the molecule. If that is the case, the nature of the heteroatom matters for its aromaticity, right? Electronegativity meant for the holding capacity of the atom. How strong the electrons hold it toward the atom, that strong the electronegativity will be, right? Oxygen having stronger tendency to bind up the electrons, holding the electrons with it, so that the electrons will not be freely moving within the ring system, and delocalization is somewhat difficult in nature. That's the reason why aromaticity is certain extent less in case of furan molecule. Comparatively, nitrogen is having somewhat lower electronegativity, so that holding tendency is somewhat liberal, and the electrons are some extent freely moving within the ring system, so that aromaticity is slightly increased. In comparison, sulfur is still lesser electronegative. That is more comparable with the carbon atoms only, so that it is freely liberating the electrons into the ring system. Whenever electrons are freely moving, so the 6 pi electron system will be 100% satisfied, not 100%, maximum extent satisfied, so that thiophene is more aromatic in nature. Aromaticity is inversely proportional to its electronegativity, right? So electron holding capacity is higher for oxygen, so that aromaticity will be lesser for furan. Electron holding capacity of nitrogen is moderate, so that electron holding capacity is moderate, and subsequently aromaticity in between furan and thiophene. This is the way comparison of aromaticity. If we observe with respect to benzene, obviously benzene is more aromatic in nature in comparison to these three molecules, right? More aromatic in nature. That depends upon the resonance energy. If we compare the resonance energy of benzene, pyrrole, thiophene, and furan, benzene exceptionally high. A resonance energy is observed because all all 6 atoms are contributing 6 pi electron system within the molecule. There is no restriction of flow of electrons. All the electrons are freely moving, And moreover, all the similar atoms are present, so that there is no ambiguity and there is no kind of electron polarization within the molecule. In case of benzene, all these are taken part of aromatic nature, higher aromatic nature for the benzene, but certain electronegative factors operated in the heteroatom containing this 5-member ring system, so that they are least aromatic in nature. Let me go with another classification called pi excessive, pi deficient, pi sufficient compounds. This is purely based on the availability of pi electrons for the delocalization. Based on that nature, based on that availability of pi electrons, we can classify the compounds into pi excessive, pi sufficient, pi deficient compounds. Whenever pyrrole taken into the consideration, pyrrole composed by 5 atoms. The ring system is composed by 5 atoms only. But if you count the number of electrons, 6 electrons are available. 6 pi electrons are available, right? So 5 atoms are experiencing 6 pi electron system, so that the number of electron count is greater compared to the number of atoms. That's why we can consider this kind of moiety as a pi excessive in nature. Number of atoms are less, but number of electrons are more. That is called pi excessive nature. In case of benzene, in benzene, 6 atoms are contributed for the ring system, and 6 pi electron system will be there. Atoms are 6, pi electrons also 6. So that there is a symmetry. There is a contribution in an equal manner, so that we can say it is the pi sufficient system. Pi electrons are sufficiently contributed by all 6 atoms of carbon in benzene. Let me go with the pyridine. Again, here you can observe, you can count the number of atoms are 6. Again, if you count the number of pi electrons also 6. So that let me compare benzene and pyridine. 6 atoms, 6 electrons, but there is a certain extent electron deficit. Electron deficit absorbed within the pyridine molecule in comparison to the benzene. That is because of the nature of this nitrogen. Nitrogen is electronegative in nature, right? So that certain extent, the pi electron cloud will be dragged towards the nitrogen atom because of high electronegativity of the nitrogen. In case of benzene ring, all carbons are equal in nature. All carbons are having equal, homogeneous in nature. That's the reason why pi electrons are freely mobilizing among the 6 pi electron system, this 6-member ring system. But in case of this pyridine molecule, nitrogen, because of its electronegativity, slightly able to pull the pi electron cloud towards the nitrogen atom. Certain extent deficit you can notice. That's the reason why pyridine is regarded as a pi deficient compound. Pyrrole is the pi excessive, benzene is the pi sufficient, and pyridine is the pi deficit compound. This is regarding the electron density availability within the ring system. Let me go with the nature, acidic and basic nature of the pyrrole, right? Obviously, when nitrogen present, the compound is regarded as base. But in case of pyrrole, there is a kind of slight deviation we can observe. Let me compare. Again, basic nature will be compared between the pyrrole and the pyridine. Both are composed by the nitrogen heteroatom only. Both are resided with the lone pair of electrons only. But certain extent there is a deviation in their basic nature, right? So this pyrrole is obviously weakly basic in nature. Pyridine is sufficiently basic in nature. The reason behind this will be the lone pair of electrons are present in the nitrogen in the pyrrole molecule taken the part of this ring system, they are not available for the nitrogen for donation. The nitrogen will not release the electrons, these lone pair of electrons freely to that kind of any proton what you are adding, because these 2 electrons also the part of aromatic 6 pi electron system, right? They are participating in the delocalization within the ring system. That's why the lone pair of electrons mentioned within the ring. And lone pair of electrons, the part of aromatic ring, hence they are not freely available for the donation, so that the 6 pi electrons will be perfectly satisfied when these are inside the ring system only, so that its a basic nature is somewhat discarded, somewhat decreased by means of non-availability of lone pair of electrons. Let me go with this pyridine molecule. Again, pyridine is composed by nitrogen only, but here is the 6 pi electron system. All the pi bonds present within the ring only. So within the ring by default, 6 pi electrons are present, but lone pair of electrons not taking the part of aromaticity, rather they are freely available for the nitrogen atom. This nitrogen is accompanied by the lone pair, they are freely available for the donation, hence it is stronger the base in comparison to the pyrrole. This is the way we can compare the basicity of pyrrole and pyridine. Pyrrole is weakly basic in comparison to the pyridine. That is because lone pair of electrons non-availability in a pyrrole, lone pair of electrons are freely available in a pyridine, right? So this is the way the basic nature will be explained. Let me go with the acidic nature of this pyrrole. Pyrrole is more acidic. Pyrrole is more acidic in comparison to the amines, and whatever conjugate base generated after the addition of after the release of H plus, what happens here? Whenever we are losing H plus, what happens? N minus will be generated. That is called conjugate base. Conjugate base, acid and conjugate base are nothing but both are differed by only one H plus. Any two compounds differed by one H plus, that is called a conjugate acid base pair, right? So the compound is liable to release the H plus whenever H plus released, so that N nitrogen is acquiring the negative. That negative charged nitrogen is called conjugate base. That conjugate base loses aromaticity upon deprotonation, right? So whenever this H positive is removed, so that N negative will be generated. That N negative will increase that what we can say, N negative can increase the electron density on this 5-member ring system, so that acidic nature will be provided for this pyrrole molecule. Let me show the evidence for that one. Acidic nature, in order to prove the acidic nature of the pyrrole, it can be treated with this strong base like potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide will pull up this H positive, so that here nitrogen conjugate base will be generated, potassium pyrrole. It is a kind of salt generated over there. This is the evidence for its acidic nature. H positive conveniently removed, so that electron density is acquired by the nitrogen, N negative, right? So such a salt will be originated. That is because of its acidic nature, right? Whenever you're supposed to add the proton, in order to prove its basic nature, if you're adding proton over there, instead of lone pair of electron taken part of this kind of protonation, rather that H positive will be taken by the adjacent position, and this is the way polymerization will be possible. Certain extent basicity will be exerted, but not favorable for this pyrrole, because whenever lone pair of electrons are protonated, that used to destroy its aromaticity. Aromatic nature will be totally destroyed. That is not favorable for any kind of molecule. Always molecule tends to get the stability by attaining the aromaticity. So that will be lost whenever it is protonated. So that basic nature is less. Acidic nature is somewhat more for this pyrrole molecule. Let me compare the reactivity where the electrophile is supposed to be substituted on this pyrrole molecule. Electrophile is nothing but electron deficient fragment. So electron deficient fragment of the reagent can be taken, because as we already aware that this pyrrole is the pi excessive compound. Already pi electron density will be more. 5 atoms are experiencing 6 pi electrons, so that more electron density experienced by this pyrrole molecule. Whenever electrophile is added upon this molecule, there are two feasibilities. Either electrophile may attach to the position number 2, or else electrophile may attach to the position number 3. Let me compare what kind of consequences we can face whenever electrophile is coming to the position 2 or position 3. When position 2 occupied by the electrophile, you can notice the carbocation at the position 3. Subsequent delocalization of electrons giving a carbocation in position number 5. And that satisfied with the lone pair of electrons in the nitrogen, so that there are 3 possible existence of resonance structures in order to satisfy the existing carbocation. So that stabilize. More the resonance structures, more will be the stability. That is the obvious condition. Let me substitute this electrophile at the position number 3. When electrophile is coming to position number 3, here second carbon experiencing carbocation, immediately lone pair on the nitrogen will go to satisfy that positive charge, so that N positive will be obtained. This is the way only two possible resonance structures are occurred whenever electrophile coming to the position 3. If you compare the number of resonance structures for second position electrophilic substitution, third position electrophilic substitution, more number are occurred for position number 2 only in comparison to 3. So that we may proceed for position 2 electrophilic substitution. So this is the more convenient quantity because resonance structures will give the greatest stability to the molecule, right? So this is regarding the positioning of electrophilic substitution. Let me compare the reactivity towards this electrophilic substitution. Pyrrole is more reactive towards electrophilic substitution. Later on, furan, later on, thiophene, and benzene will be the least. More the aromatic nature, least will be the reactivity. Obviously, benzene will be more reactive towards aromatic nature, more resonance energy. That's why least reactive, most stable, right? So pyrrole is sufficiently reactive towards the electrophilic substitution, higher the rate. Later on furan, later on thiophene, and the least will be imparted for the benzene molecule. This is because oxygen is a more electronegative atom, always having least stability in comparison, right? That's the reason why this molecule is having certain extent least reactivity in comparison to this pyrrole molecule. That is the reason for this least reactivity. And in the sulfur atom is having 3p orbitals. Here, in case of nitrogen and oxygen, 2p orbitals are contributed for the pi bond formation, whereas sulfur is contributing 3p orbitals, somewhat larger in nature. Larger lobes may not effectively go for the reactivity, so that the extent of pi bond formations are somewhat poorly observed in comparison to furan, oxygen, and the nitrogen atoms, so that effectiveness for the pi bond formation is somewhat less. In case of thiophene, so that its reactivity is somewhat less. And if you go with benzene is having the least reactivity. For this benzene will be two reasons. One is pi excessive nature of the all three heterocyclics will be there. 5 atoms contributing 6 pi electrons, so that more electron density in comparison to benzene. That's why there are more preferable to electrophilic substitution, because here 6 electrons, 6 atoms, somewhat reactivity will be less. And second reason will be more the resonance energy, more the aromaticity, least the reactivity, most the stability. These many reasons are there for least reactivity of the benzene. This is the way the order of reactivity is indicated for this electrophilic substitution. More reactive will be pyrrole, later on furan, and next thiophene, and the least for benzene. Let me go for the chemical reactivity. Some chemical reactions are mentioned for the better understanding of pyrrole chemical reactions. Nitration is performed on the pyrrole. In order to perform the nitration, sulfonation, halogenation, acylation, we are not supposed to go for the conventional Friedel-Crafts. Rather, there are mild conditions are required. If standard conditions are applied, the ring opening reactions are proceeded. Rather, we can go for extremely mild conditions in order to operate this reaction. Obviously, these molecules are hyperreactive, so that mild conditions will give rise to the expected product. Rather, ring opening reactions are possible. That's the reason why HNO3 can be treated with this, what we can say, acetic anhydride, that giving rise to the molecule called acetyl nitrate. That acetyl nitrate is the nitrating agent. This is the nitrating agent. Concentrated nitric acid, if applied on this molecule, that may proceed for the polymerization or else ring opening. Any kind of drastic reactions are possible. Mild reagent like acetyl nitrate will be treated over, which is conveniently release the nitronium ion, which is the electrophile. And already we are aware that position number 2 is suitable for this nitro substitution. You already observed this. This is the way, in either alternative method, pyrrole can be treated with nitric acid in the presence of very weak acid, we can say. Organic acids are weak in comparison to the mineral acids, right? Instead of sulfuric acid, we are using this acetic acid, and the temperature is also operated at extremely minimum. 5 degrees centigrade is sufficient for this nitration process, giving rise to 2-nitropyrrole. Right, mild conditions are more preferable for this reactions towards the pyrrole because of higher reactivity. Nitronium ion, if nitronium ion, if placed on this pyrrole, that able to attached at the position number 2, and whenever position number 2 is attached with a nitronium ion, that able to generate the positive charge over there, and which is satisfied by more number of resonance structures like this. All these resonance structures are said to be sigma complex. These are called intermediate stages, which is called sigma complex. Finally, that used to liberate H positive. Whenever you're adding NO2 positive, so that we subsequently remove H positive, right? Then only we can say it is a substitution. So that there is a origination of 2-nitropyrrole as the final product. This is the way nitration will be performed. And this same manner, sulfonation of the pyrrole is also possible. Pyrrole can be treated with the combination of two substances. One is called a pyridine, and either is called sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide is a planar in nature, and S double bond O, double bond O, double bond O, Lewis structure is mentioned, planar one. That sulfur trioxide is regarded as a neutral electrophile, right? That is because all oxygens are more electronegative, dragging the electron density towards oxygens, and sulfur experiencing deficit of electron. Then that's the reason why it is electrophilic in nature, right? So that electrophilicity more facilitated by the base called pyridine, which delocalize the electrons in the maximum extent and generating sulfur positive charge, which conveniently attached at the position number 2, so that sulfonyl pyridinium kind of salt will be originated at the position number 2. Subsequently, we need to hydrolyze under acid catalyzed conditions, so that that able to generate pyrrole sulfonic acid, where second position pyrrole 2 sulfonic acid. Pyrrole 2 sulfonic acid will be originated. This is the neutral electrophile sulfur trioxide. The reaction of sulfonation is facilitated by the catalyst called pyrrole. Pyrrole is the catalyst to improve the rate of the reaction. The optimal temperature for the carrying this reaction on the laboratory platform will be 100 degrees centigrade, and subsequent acid catalyzed hydrolysis giving rise to sulfonic acid derivative. Let me explain the mechanism pertaining to this sulfonation of the pyrrole. This pyrrole neutral electrophile sulfur trioxide will be added, and sulfonation will be performed whenever this sulfur trioxide in contact with this pyrrole. So the pi electrons will be moving towards oxygen. Sulfur positive charge will be taken up by this carbon atom. So new bond origination between the carbon and sulfur. And oxygen is experiencing negative charge, which is satisfied by the pyridine, being it is a catalyst able to counterbalance this charge. And there are certain carbocation resonance structures you can notice. The carbocation delocalized in certain manner, and sigma complex will be originated. And finally, that you either used to lose the H positive and giving rise to pyridine 2 sulfonic acid as the final product. Let me go with the halogenation. Pyrrole is hyperreactive, as we already aware, and more reactive among all the 5-membered heterocyclics. That's the reason why. Halogens also are more reactive in nature. That's the reason why whenever halogens are in direct contact with pyrrole, polyhalogenation will be carried instead of mono substitution. You can observe polyhalogenation. Whenever bromination upon the pyrrole is observed, tetrabromopyrrole as the final product, that is because of the high reactivity of the halogens, high reactivity of the pyrrole as well. In order to go for the controlled monohalogenation, let me treat pyrrole with the thionyl chloride. SO2Cl2 is called thionyl chloride. The compound required in the molar ratio 1:1, one equivalent of thionyl chloride to be added to the pyrrole at the 0 degrees centigrade extreme conditions to be maintained, so that So that cryolytic conditions, we can say 0 degree centigrade, and mono substitution you can clearly observe. If you rise the temperature, again we can proceed for the polyhalogenation. Rather 0 degrees will gives rise to monohalogenation only. In another case, if this pyrrole is treated with thionyl chloride at excessive ratio, 4 equivalent can be added. Bromination even at 0 degree centigrade, potassium iodide in dissolving the glacial acetic acid, all are giving rise to polyhalogenation. Whatever positions available entirely occupied by the halogens because of higher reactivity. Let me go for the acylation reaction. Acylations can be performed in two ways, either C acylation or N acylation. Both are possible. In order to perform the C acylation stands for acetylation upon the carbon atom. Pyrrole is composed by the carbons and nitrogen as well, right? Whenever acetic anhydride is treated at the 200 degrees centigrade, this acetyl carbocation will substituted at the position number 2. 2-acetyl pyrrole will be generated when acetic anhydride is the reagent. Instead, N-acetyl imidazole was taken and heated to higher temperature. The elevated temperature giving rise to N-acylation. Right? Hydrogen will be replaced with the acetyl functional group. So N-acetyl imidazole giving rise to N-acylation. Acetic anhydride giving rise to C-acylation. There is a distinct factor based on the reagent applied. Let me comprehend all kind of electrophilic substitution reactions of this pyrrole. Let me go with nitration in the presence of acetic anhydride at the temperature extremely low, negative 10 degrees centigrade is applied, so that 2-nitropyrrole will be the subsequent product. Pyridine sulfur trioxide combination at the temperature 100 degrees, giving rise to sulfonation at the position number 2. When we perform this bromination dissolving the glacial acetic acid, extreme 0 degrees, though it is 0 degrees, but polyhalogenation you can observe. Second, third, fourth, and fifth position substituted by bromo. Whenever acylation with acetic anhydride in a mild basic condition triethylamine giving rise to 2-acylated product. Let me go with another kind of reactivity. N-methylated compound was taken initially. N-methylated pyrrole was taken and initially treated with the base called lithium hydride. So that lithium will be substituted at the position number 2. Now this lithiated compound is conveniently reactive towards the magnesium halide, giving rise to magnesium halide at the position number 2. Whenever it is treated with N-butyl lithium, able to remove this lithium, giving rise to hydrogenated product. And ethyl iodide when added, alkylation is carried at the position number 2. Aldehyde when added at this position, hemiacetal kind of compound will be originated. This is a kind of acid halide. Acid chloride will be treated, that giving rise to acylation at this position number 2, and trimethoxyboron will be added. This is the boration, we can say hydroboration, that giving rise to boron hydroxide at the position number 2. These many possibilities on the N-alkylated lithiated compound, right? N-alkylated lithiated pyrrole compound. These many possibilities you can notice. And let me go with another named reaction pertaining to this pyrrole molecule. Pyrrole subjected to Riemann-Tiemann reaction. A combination of chloroform in dissolving potassium hydroxide able to generate carbene intermediate used to facilitate this reaction. That carbene intermediate is amphoteric in nature, that is having electrophilic and nucleophilic nature, right? That electrophilic nature will use to substitute at the position number 2, and that able to generate CHCl2. Later on, it subsequently hydrolyzed. Water will be added so that 2 chlorides will be replaced with hydroxyl and subsequently dehydrated, giving rise to aldehyde. Everybody aware Riemann-Tiemann reaction giving rise to aldehyde as the final product. By treating any compound with the by treating generally aldehydes with the chloroform and potassium hydroxide combination. But here pyrrole also performed with this Riemann-Tiemann reaction giving rise to pyrrole 2-carbaldehyde, right? So the reaction proceeded with the carbene intermediate. that carbene intermediate works at position number 2, later on subsequent hydrolysis giving aldehyde at the position number 2. This is a major product. And there is another provision, another possibility, ring expansion reaction. The ring expansion is possible whenever this carbene is added at this double bond. The entire double bond will participate in the addition reaction rather than substitution. There is addition reaction is also possible, that giving rise to a three-membered ring. Everybody aware, three-membered ring is not that stable, rather it will go for ring rupturing, ring opening reaction immediately because of high strain. Three-membered ring not at all favorable. So that ring will be, internal ring will be opened up, so that ring will be expanded. For a five-membered ring will be shifted to six-membered ring system, and one of the hydrogen from this position and chloro will be eliminated as the hydrochloric acid, and there is a origination of 3-chloropyridine. 3-chloropyridine will be the byproduct or else minor product over there. This is the kind of example under ring expansion. This is possible by the addition reaction. Whatever carbaldehyde we generated called electrophilic substitution, but ring expansion is the part of addition reaction. This is the way both the possibilities we can notice. Let me perform the Birch reduction upon this substituted pyrrole. Whenever substituted pyrrole is subjected to Birch reduction, dissolving in the lithium metal in the liquid ammonia, THF taken as a solvent media, so that the one of the double bond will be completely reduced, giving rise to dihydropyrrole. So whatever derivatives, whatever side chains we have, that will be treated further. The intention regarding this Birch reduction will be treating with lithium liquid ammonia tetrahydrofuran as a solvent media, and operated at -78 cryolytic conditions will be applied, giving rise to dihydropyrrole, right? So this is the way Birch reduction will be performed. It is a partial reduction. Let me perform the complete reduction. All the pi bonds will be disappeared. In order to remove all the pi bonds, zinc dissolved in the acetic acid will be applied, that able to give dihydro. So that 2,5 dihydropyrrole will be there. This is a partial reduction. Let me apply Hi by P. Hi by P is nothing but hydroiodic acid dissolved in the red phosphorus, so that another pi bond whichever present will be disappeared because of complete reduction process, and that able to generate the saturated ring system called pyrrolidine. Pyrrole, if saturated, called a pyrrolidine. Let me go with any other named reaction pertaining to the pertaining to the pyrrole. Wells-Mayer-Hack formulation. Wells-Mayer-Hack formulation reaction called VHF reaction. Wells-Mayer-Hack formulation is performed on the heterocyclic ring system by treating with phosphorus oxychloride blending with dimethyl formamide. Whenever phosphorus oxychloride, dimethyl formamide together blended, that able to generate a electrophilic substitution at the position number 2 on this pyrrole, giving rise to iminium cation. Iminium cation will be originated, N comma and dimethyl iminium cation will be originated. That will be further treated with sodium acetate. That sodium acetate able to hydrolyze the molecule, and this nitrogen part will be departed, and subsequent carbon whatever present will be transformed into aldehyde. This is called pyrrole 2-carbaldehyde. So this is Wells-Mayer-Hack formulation, most important synthetic application containing reaction on the heterocyclic compounds. Now let me perform the oxidation. As of now, we gone through the reductions of pyrrole. Now let's enter into oxidations of the pyrrole molecule. Pyrrole will be treated with chromium trioxide dissolving in the glacial acetic acid. That is the combination working like a oxidizing agent. Whenever oxidizing agent is operated, that able to generate 2,5 diketone. This 2,5 diketone whichever generated, that entire compound is regarded as malinamide. Malinamide is a compound generated imide of the acetic acid. This is called imide of the acetic acid, right? So this is the way oxidation reaction will be performed. Otherwise, this kind of pyrrole can be treated with hydrogen peroxide. This is another oxidizing agent, right? Able to generate ketone only at the position number 2, right? So this is the way cyclic amide will be generated, lactam will be generated by treating with hydrogen peroxide. This is certain higher oxidation. This is somewhat lower oxidation is possible. This is regarding oxidation of pyrrole. Let me perform another reaction called a polymerization. This is another most important application oriented reaction pertaining to pyrrole. Conducting polymers are trending in the field of electricity, in the field of electrochemistry. That is that conducting polymers, even plastics are used to conduct the electricity. This is exceptional research introduced in the field of conductors, electrical conductors. This pyrrole is the molecule can be blended with the catalyst called iron trichloride. FeCl3 can be added over there. It is the oxidizing agent able to polymerize the molecule in such a manner. All the pyrroles can be combined in a linear fashion, and they are repeated for n number of times. This is the way oxidation reaction will be performed upon this pyrrole molecule, giving rise to polypyrrole. Whatever molecule generated is called polypyrrole. This is having ability to conduct the electricity, so that it is a part of conducting polymer. Let me go to another segment of this pyrrole called the medicinal applications of the pyrrole. This is the huge molecule you can notice, which is at its core is composed by this pyrrole, which is called atorvastatin. Let me repeat, atorvastatin is the name of this pharmacophore, this entire medicinal drug that is effective in the curation of cardiovascular diseases, whatever disorders generated in the heart pumping system, that entirely removed, and that is becoming more effective. So this is a pyrrole related cardiovascular drug. Another pyrrole related drug with a ketorolac. Let me repeat, ketorolac. This is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Inflammations pertaining to any muscle contraction, any injury to the particular region, or else fragmentation or fractures in the bones, everything, whatever the condition which able to generate the pain with the muscular contraction, swelling of the muscle, all are related with inflammations only. And this is the effective drug which is composed by this pyrrole at its core structure, that is called a ketorolac, which is effective in curation of these inflammations. It is the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Another kind of pharmacological application pertaining to this pyrrole will be anti-cancer activity. The drug is called a sunitinib. Sunitinib is a drug where you can absorb this pyrrole nucleus, and indole is also located within the molecule. This is the way the molecule is effective against the curation of the cancer, and it is approved by the FDA as well. And you can observe another biomolecule, and which is composed by the porphyrin ring system. Cobalt is existing as a metal. It is the kind of metallocene, and it is the kind of organometallic compound, and bioactive molecule which is called vitamin B12, and it is a very essential vitamin, and neurological disorders can be curated effectively. Neurofunctioning will be done effectively whenever vitamin B12 is in sufficient quantity. B12 deficiency causes severe anemia, and also the kind of neurological disorders. In order to avoid all these, vitamin B12 is the most important thing, where you can notice the peripheral ring system. These pyrrole rings are present at its core, and it is a very complex molecule, and is the class of biomolecule. By this, we completely finish the session pertaining to the pyrrole. The comprehensive description regarding the pyrrole is mentioned over here. The entire data related with the pyrrole is collected up. And the session is really informative in nature for the researchers who are working upon the heterocyclic compounds and the new auxiliaries in the laboratory field, and also in the bulk drug synthesis. Moreover, it is the kind of pharmaceutically important compound. In the field of pharmacy, it is also the most important kind of research we can say. Those who are working upon medicinal and material chemistry as well, pyrrole compounds are more suitable, being these are regarded as a conducting polymers, proven compounds, so that they also find material chemistry applications as well. Apart from that, the students who are preparing for the competitive exams and career-oriented competitive examinations and entrance examinations as well, the session is very much helpful. Most of the things related with the pyrrole got covered, and so many websites visited in order to in order to provide authentic information related with the pyrrole compound. Hopefully, the session is helpful for the parents, and if you give the encourage to me so that we will go for the new content in the near future related with these kind of molecule, this kind of content. The session is conducted by Dr. Kavita Kottireddy Kotam. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you, one and all.